From what I can remember from the day I was born, it was always hard times, welfare, not much food, no money, crime-infested neighborhoods, murders, pimps, prostitutes, drugs, and it was survival of the fittest. And I had an older brother who was 5 years older than me, so he didn't spend much time around the house. He was in the programs. He was very smart and intelligent. He was the special kid on the block that was always in school. And me and my sister got caught up in the street life. I was bullied a lot as a kid. I used to have pigeons, and one particular time some bully grabbed one of my pigeons and ripped his head off, and that was the first time I ever got into a fight. And I kind of like won. I was young, like 9, but I kind of like won. I like fighting ever since because it gave me attention. People would say, hey, you was that guy that beat that big kid up. You was that guy. And I was like, everybody knew me from that incident. And so after that, older kids would bring other kids from different neighborhoods around my neighborhood, and they would pay us to fight each other, and that's how I started fighting. I probably had, in my life I probably had 400 fights.
How do people look at that in life? Do they give up and they say, fuck it, I just keep working on the way that's been failing all my life until something happens? Like, how does somebody think outside of the box and say, we're not gonna do it that way no more and just wait for somebody to like us? We're gonna make our own life, we're gonna make our own future. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to accept who you are. Sometimes I see young kids out here and they commit suicide and they don't like who they are and they're in prison, and it's really difficult, to accept who you are in this world, because really we don't know. But then in order to have friendship, you have to be put in this particular kind of, you have to be labeled, so to speak, so we don't know who we are. It was never working because it's nothing you could prepare for. It's something you have to grow into. You can't prepare yourself for this. I don't care how many girlfriends you had, I don't care how many Romeo relationships you had. You cannot prepare yourself for this if you've never been involved in this kind of matrimony. That's how it happens. Yeah. It happens from watching failures, watching people just try and fail, and then somebody says, this is the way. No one could inspire me as much as he, If I was discouraged, I say, because sometimes I'm sure in your field, you say, well, really, things may have got difficult, something may happen in your life, I don't want to do this no more. We all go through that. I don't want to do this no more. And he would inspire me to say, hey, this is the route to go. He would inspire me to want to do. Many times I quit boxing. Before I even became a professional boxer, as an amateur, I quit. I didn't want to do it. And he gave me the inspiration, the reason why I should be doing this. It took a long time to grow up. It really took a long time to grow up and deal with the responsibilities of life, because when you're boxing, you're playing rugby and football and all that's bad. Whatever you're doing, you're living a life of Raleigh. You're living like a kid. You don't have many responsibilities. The height of my career, I'm making $30-40 million a fight. A good fighter is not necessarily the greatest fighter ever lived. It's where you want to go. A good fighter is just to be diligent and committed and disciplined, doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. Always testing yourself and forcing yourself to the limit. If you know if you love women, then deny yourself that. That's what success in general is all about, sacrifice. From my experience, of any little success I may have had, just be willing to sacrifice, Unfortunately, sometimes you can't have fun accomplishing your goals. And when sometimes people don't have the determination, the will, and the steadfastness, the tenacity, they give in under the slightest struggle. But what I found out in life, as life goes on, life is about losing. As we get older, we lose our hair, we lose our teeth, we lose our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, but it's the ones who overcome, they're lost in life,